I go straight to the overtie and I pull it down to lock it in. I wrap around his neck and pull his elbow down so he can't shoot. If he does shoot, I'm just snapping it down, snapping it off. He collar ties, I overtie, I'm pulling it down. Now for me, I like to snap a lot, but if I want to score, I have to circle left to get his near ankle. I circle, pull. Circle, pull. I'm going to circle, pull, snap, and I'm hitting my knee. When I hit my knee, I'm dropping right to his ankle and throwing it over. I circle, pull, drop to my knee, bring his head down to his knee, and I ankle peg him, and I'm throwing it over. I'm grabbing the knee too, or grabbing his ankle too. If I stay here, he can scramble with me. If I stay here, go to the double, he can't. Collar ties, I go right to my overtie. You can circle right, circle left, just get that foot stepping. I circle, I drop to my knee, I snap. Right here, I go straight to the ankle, and I'm throwing it over. Catching it, finishing it. Collar ties, I overtie. I keep it locked in. You can't do anything from here. You can mess with the hand. I normally just keep it right here, just a circle with it. Pull. Circle. Any questions?
No, sir.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Collar tie, overtie. Same exact thing. You can circle, pull. He knows I want this leg, so he's going to keep it back. So I'm going to circle my right side. Same exact movement, almost same exact reach, but I'm going to the opposite side. I'm going to circle, knee drop, ankle, and this time my right knee is going to come up and sit it down. Stay on the leg, you're going to scramble. You collar ties, overtie, you grab the wrist, tricep, whatever. You'll circle. He knows I want this side, so he'll keep it back. I'm circling. I knee drop. Keep his head low to his knee. Ankle pick. And bring my right knee up. And sit him down. Straight to his back. More time. Overtime. You can grab the wrist, tricep. I'm just circling. I knee drop. Ankle. Drop it. You guys got that? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Kind of what Coach Jody was showing the other day. Also, Coach Lee, he kind of pulls and then he goes. Right? So I use all those mechanics in my wrestling. But if he collar me and squeeze, I just push, right? Now I'm righty, I wrestle lefty a little bit, I switch. I don't recommend that. You're gonna ask for the title first. But I'm gonna, by the crease of his elbow, I'm gonna take my left hand and go right here by his elbow. I'm not really focused on having my elbow up. I just want to slap this down, okay? I don't want to be by the bicep. This is kind of heavy. But the elbow, you crease his elbow or his wrist, it just falls right down. That's a big key difference between slapping this down at the bicep. You know, I want to be at the elbow and the wrist. So once I slap that down, I want to catch. So I'm getting onto the drag. Fast forward. I'm not dragging like this, right? I know some people like to drag like this. That's not what we're doing. All I'm doing is slapping down and catching it. Right? You see that side step? I'm gonna slap down and catch. The pinky of my right hand is going above the bicep, above the elbow. So you guys see that? So again, if you want to pull, go here, I slap, crease of the elbow or the wrist, and I catch. Right? This back foot has to catch. And now I'm going ahead, I'm thinking head and side, right? So to start off, honestly, I just want you guys to slap down. Left ear goes inside. Okay, my left ear goes to the shoulder, and I'm looking for this snap single. here's the load step, there's the footwork to it. So you squeeze, right, push out, snap, catch, right? Now, I have to, remember, remind myself, left ear to the shoulder, and I have to kind of take a back step and a load step, right? So I'm back stepping, load stepping, and I'm grabbing, right? I'm only fingertips deep. I don't want to be like this, right? So I don't want to be like this. If I can get it, I can get it. Coach Pecora calls that easy money. So here, they can start here, fine. I snap down at the elbow, pinky above the elbow, right? I catch my left ear, goes to the shoulder, back step, low step. Right now, what we have to do is pick up, push over your head, and just finish like that. There you go. One more time, push, right? Extend. This hand, reach the elbow, snap it down. Left ear, back step, low step, fingertips deep, push it with my head. We're stopping right there for right now. Any questions? On that, you're at the wall, you're sliding into this time. It's kind of like how if they're posting, I can just kind of snap here. That's a good question. I want to snap it. This is kind of easier, but if they're on the head, I have to kind of loosen this up. So I slide down. I can't slide down. Like if they're squeezing my head, I extend. They're still on my head. I have to snap at the elbow, loosen that up. A little bit of tugs, right? So I'm not going one big tug. I have to loosen this up, and then I can slide down. So great questions. Any other questions? So when I do push, I pull, I snap, right? I want to catch right by the bicep. So this is as low as I want to go. Pinky above the elbow, remember that. Now pulling, yeah, a little bit. I'm more focused on my footwork. You know, if I can just get this guy to keep moving and turning, that's what I want. And you'll see later. Okay, so not really focused on pulling. Yes, you pull with your drags. Everybody pulls with their drags, but that's not the main goal. A lot of guys pull and their heads are out here, right? A lot of guys pull and then they get caught in here. So I'm not really worried about the pull. I just want to get my leg and my feet out the way, okay? Any other questions? All right, let's work on that. 3, 2, 1. Change my elbows. Shoot. Right? Now here's the finish when they level change with me. They go on all fours. Light weights, pay attention. Right? So I'm here, extend, I drag. Boom. Right here. Now I shoot to his shoulder or his collarbone, right? So I shoot to his collarbone. 9 times out of 10, he's gonna re-grab me. Both hands, right? Now I snap. Right? If he falls to his elbows, we just pull behind, short dragon, right? If he doesn't, right, I shoot, boom. He grabs here and I snap into his hands. Right? Now I'm going back to the under pig, drop to that elbow, right? You can T-cross, or you can drag your hand. But just don't go here. Even in the video, I kind of was being too fast, right? So just go here. I can go far ankles, far knee, hamstring, but I never go in the hip. Try not to. Last time, right? So set up here, double change, shoot. Shoot to the head, arm, snap. Go down, right? T-cross. Any questions? All right, let's work on that. 3, 2, 1.
This because I wrestled this girl from anyone who's from New York, if you know Kirby freestyle, where like all they do is freestyle and Greco. This girl had like the meanest 2-on-1. My junior year, she teched me in push-ups because of a 2-on-1. I spent so much time working on defense for it, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And then I realized that the best defense that I could come up with was just to get a 2-on-1 myself. So pretty much what she would do was we'd be in our stances and she would grab my wrist on my lead leg side. And I started to notice that I worked a lot with my coach, Matt Lackey, up at Lock Haven. Her grip is my grip. So she grabs my wrist and I can pull with it. So pretty much she would grab my wrist, she would be trying to climb for a 2-on-1 climb the rope, and I would about this hand as much as I care about this one. So this one is around the bicep, I'm dropping my shoulder, and I'm like, you know, pushing in, she's pushing back. Like, there's a certain feel for this position. There's a lot of different things you can do just from this alone, like driving them down, you know, she circles, snap, lots of things like that. I'm gonna go into kind of something I started to figure out last year, which was when I get my 2-on-1, and I pull it in, and then I grab, inside hand grabs, fingers to the outside, this hand comes here, and then my bottom hand kind of like rolls this way. So my fingers are always up towards the ceiling. So, when I'm in my 2-on-1, the best position for me to be in is perpendicular to her. So my shoulder's on top of her shoulder, my head is buried, and she'll try and like look her head into me and fight for head position, and I'm okay with that. I don't need head position for this. So I'm gonna take a big step here, foot replaces, and now this foot's gonna step behind. I'm gonna kind of jam my quad behind her hamstring. So we'll go this way. So I jam my quad behind her hamstring, and then this hand is gonna reach to behind her knee, and I'm gonna pull. Like I said, this hand's super important. This is what's doing all of the motion. I'm kind of like tabletopping her. You know that thing where like the kid gets behind you and you don't know it, then someone else pushes you? It's just like that. It's really fun. So I step behind, I grab her knee, and I'm gonna put my ear right. I'm gonna listen to her heart, and then I'm gonna grab and thumb her back to her back, kind of like a seesaw. So this one pulls down, and this one pulls up, and it tilts them this way. So again, I pull in, 2-on-1, right? We're kind of like wrestling here. She's pushing in. I'm going to take a big step behind. My heel is behind her foot. This is okay. Here, my knee's bent. Big step is better. Hand behind the knee. Pull. Done. Most important, don't follow the mat before they do. Let them fall first and then you tell them. Got it? Questions? No? All right. 1, 2, 3. People started to figure it out. So they would circle up and square up with me like pretty hard. Okay. Did anyone watch Helen Rolls' third place match at the Olympics? It's pretty sick, that little like outside jump she hit. I don't hit it nearly as pretty, and I kind of like beat the mat every time I do it, but it's worth it because I get 4 points and normally they stay on the mat. But Gianna squares up with me, and I take a big, it's not like an outside step because it is still my leg, but I take a big step, look through the window, and I penetrate over this knee, and I'm going towards Parker. Helen did like this crazy like hop step. She was like levitating in the air. I don't know how she did that. She's not human, but. So again, she grabs, I re-grab, right? I kind of try to come here. She circles out. I take a big step. I know to take her up. So my upper half is kind of like windmilling, right? We're coming here. And it's almost like I'm going to cartwheel, except when she hits the floor, I stop. And I swim up, and then I pin her. Anyone have any questions? This one's actually like pretty easy. Yeah. She grabs, I re-grab, pushing, right? I go for the first one, she circles, and I set her. Question? No. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so I'm going to teach you some bottom stuff. I want to preface all this by saying that there's no magic move that's going to get you off the bottom. There's 2 main things that are going to get you out every single time, and that's the first thing you just have to decide that you're going to get out and somebody's not going to hold you down. The second thing is just never stop moving once you do start, once the whistle goes loud, never stop moving, always moving on to the next thing. If somebody stops something, just keep moving. The guy on top will get tired, you'll get out. I'm going to teach you guys something that, like I said, there's no magic move, but if you hit it right, you'll be as close as you can to disappearing out from under somebody. I've been doing this since I was like 7 years old. It's worked elementary, middle school, high school, college, against some of the best guys in the country. And I'll show you guys some of the small details that help it work out for me. So just starting right off of, like when I'm setting up on bottom, a lot of coaches are going to tell you that when you set up, they want you to go laces in the mat. That was never really comfortable for me. I didn't like it a whole lot. I didn't feel explosive right off the whistle. I didn't feel like I could move very well. I didn't feel like I could shift my hips or shift my weight at all. So I always start with my toes in the mat. I know Bill Bartlett's a big supporter of that. You want to start in an athletic position, start like a sprinter. So I start posing the mat. I have pretty wide knees so that I have a good strong base, and I go with just a slight bend in my arms with very little weight. I can sit here without having my hands on the mat. Like once I'm set up, I don't need any weight on my hands. It's just a little bit of pressure so that I can shift either way that I want to. So once he gets on top, I'm going to use this back pressure. It's something that people always talk about on bottom. It's honestly probably the biggest thing, is getting that pressure back into the guy. He wants to pressure me forward and chop me down, break me down and everything. Obviously, I don't want him to do that. Being on my belly is the second worst place he can be other than on my back. So when I start here, right off the whistle, I want to look to try and sit my butt cheek right on his knee right here. So I go back pressure right off the whistle right here. I sit here. It's just a short little sit. I take my inside hand and I seal it off and bring it right to my elbow. This other hand, I keep my elbow in and I start to look for this hand. A lot of times people are going to tell you not to reach. If you keep your elbow in and you seal off on this other side, you're going to be okay. Like one of the coaches was saying the other day, when I look for a hand, I don't look for wrist, I look to grab across the hand. Here's a really, really small detail that I learned when I was a senior in high school. I went and watched a match and Coach McCord told me this, and it's like the biggest piece of knowledge that's changed my life on bottom ever since. And it took my sit out from good to great. Is I'll take this hand and I'll bring it from my waist up to my armpit. Once I'm here, almost every guy that you're ever going to wrestle up top, what they want to do to break you down is they want to go ahead and try and chop you. When he does that, I'm going to use that momentum and I'm going to bring myself onto my head. I come up into a tripod here. Once I tripod up, this inside hand posts up and seals off on the inside. My butt goes as high in the air as I can because it makes it really hard for him to follow. And in order to do that, my feet are close to my head. Once I'm here, I start running my feet towards his head. And once I feel this pressure release, my knee slide in and my head pops out. When I'm halfway through that turn, some guys are going to bail and they're just going to let me go and I'm going to get my one. If he doesn't, this is where I'm going to end up and I can keep this hand and I can peek out over the top and go for a reversal here. I'll show you guys again. So I start, toes in the mat, ready to go. A little arch on my back. I sit to this close hip, seal off. He goes to chop. I bring it up onto my head. I start running my feet. Knee slide when I feel my head pop. Peek out over the top, get there reversal. I can use this hand, do whatever I want. Do it one more time, pretty fast. And then if you guys have any questions, I can explain it. You guys have any questions? All right, bring it out, try it. 3, 2, 1.
Different than me and Trey. Trey wrestles athletes, I wrestle really strong guys. So when it acts like he's really strong, has a nice hard collar tie, I can't get away from it, I can't push out when he's holding me in. So what I do, I take my hand, I get my own collar tie nice and hard, and I snap just a little bit. Now no matter if you're doing my snap or your snap that you learn from your coaches, if you cannot clear the collar tie, you have to snap first. You learn anything, that's the big thing. I have to snap to clear his collar tie. So I get in here, I like going kind of like forehead to forehead, not necessarily out here, but side to side, temple to temple. I get a little bit, I look at him just a little bit, snap. Now this one I can pass. I don't like the head duck. A lot of people duck their head. I was taught, keep your head up the whole time in wrestling. I'm gonna keep my head up the whole time. I'm here, he has that nice hard collar, I get mine back. I have temple to temple, I snap a little bit. Now, move out of the way, so I'm here. All I'm doing is crunching my shoulders and looking like someone's talking trash. Gigi's talking trash, and I'm looking at her. All you said, it comes right off, all right? Slides right off every time. So, and this guy, you know, he's an all right wrestler. He might be good one day, but right now he's all right. So he feels it. You know, I've taken him down 38 times off just a normal height, you know. So you see it's smart. He backs up that leg. Maybe, you know, if you're wrestling a good guy, he'll move it the first time. You can be ready for it. You can anticipate it. So I'm here, collar. Get my head position. Gigi's talking trash over there, looking to it, sliding. All I'm doing now is off this level chain, pushing off my back foot, bringing this down and across, And then the knee, low double circle behind. All right? There any lefties in here? I'm cool, I can do it both sides. He gets that collar. I get my head position, I'm here. I'm here. Now who's over here? Who's talking? Rodney's talking trash on me now. I'm turning, I get my head. I pass. Rodney's talking trash. Look right at Rodney. Get my clean takedown. What are you talking about, Rodney, huh? Do you have any questions? I'll show it one more time, all right? Here's a collar tie. Again, even if you like your head collar tie. We're not working that right now, but if you can't get it, always snap with your collar tie. It'll work every time. That's my favorite trick in all of wrestling. Little snap, turn your head, turn to the side, so flow right off. Low double. Up there. Any questions? We'll work on 3. 1, 2, 3. I gotta make sure I grab it on the top. I know there's a few coaches over, I don't know if you're getting this week or over a good elbow pass. There's like different places your hand just fits in. I can hold this all day. JoJo's not getting this back. Try. I told you never. So I'm here, I have it, turning my head, letting it slide past. As it's going past, I'm already going. It's not past. Wait. For you 5-day campers, my 2 best shots are the low double, and my second best is the Jody shot. So you 30-day campers know what that is. I hit the Jody on the near side. So I kind of already start coming here to a Jody. He gave it to me, I'm gonna take it. If he's a good partner, he pulls that leg back, I'm gonna come into the low double. All right, so just make sure we're grabbing that elbow, thumb on the outside, pushing it across, and just start shooting a little bit faster. That's all I have. You want to go on the work side or the
Real quick, fix it up, we're gonna